Hello and welcome, I'm Arumba, thank you for joining me. Let's play some more of our Ottoman World Conquest for Europa Universalis IV. Unfortunately, we took a terrain penalty. We have Desert Mountain. This guy has a maneuver score of 2, and that gave him a better chance to choose the terrain, so he chose Desert Mountain, which is unfortunate. We didn't get a river crossing. Our 2-4 versus their 3-3, but when they have a 2, we have a 2 penalty, so he's effectively a 5-5, which is pretty scary. But we've got more cannons, and we also have a much better army composition. He only has 1 regiment of infantry, so he's suffering a penalty to his tactics. So instead of having military tactics of 1.25 like I do, he's taking a 25% penalty off of that. So a little bit more than... He's probably like 93% or 0.93 tactics. And on top of that, his army is just very small. So we should still stomp him pretty heavily, despite the tactics, or despite the terrain penalty. Yep, pretty easy. So they picked up a tiny bit of war exhaustion. More importantly, they lost prestige. And we gained 1.45 war score. I'm actually tempted to let France continue to land troops, so we can pick them off. We're going to go blockade Venice again to get some more war score temporarily. Our new galleys are done. We'll wait 1 tick. These guys will all be at 100. We'll go blockade with them now. The other ones can still repair. So France is beating the crap out of the Palatinate because the Palatinate's a dummy and they advanced on French territory. Don't you understand this is a defensive war, Palatinate? Just stick with me. Just hang back. I wish I could tell them more about what to do. Just don't do what you're doing. Relative strength of the alliances is actually at -1 now. Interesting. I find it very strange. They have more of pretty much everything, and yet they are saying relative strength of the alliance isn't at -1. Okay, we got 5 more galleys. We're over our force limit, costing us 0.3 per month. Let's see how much war score we get for blockading Venice. Not a small amount. I mean, 1.2, 1.4, 2.2, about 3.4 war score to blockade this Gulf of Venice. Now we're at 10%. I'm not going to separate peace Venice because we want war score from them. We are making money, and we're ahead of time on military tech. How long do you think this war is going to go on? Is it worth spending 50 points? Excuse me, to make a little bit more money? I think so. I do think that that is a good choice. Accumulate money. It's a very strange mission. You can just take out a loan. Okay. We have 3 that are repaired up now. Let's bring them out here to trap this fleet. And get these guys to jump in as well. Okay, that hostile force is Ferrara. They're just staying put now. Let's bring all of the navies out into that sea zone. Kill their navy. Very slow war. Okay, our one young man in our diplomatic corps has distinguished himself. Gained Patriarch authority or an extra diplomatic relation. Well, conveniently, we are over our diplomatic relations limit right now, which is really affecting our ability to generate points. But we're only 38 points away from capping out the idea that's going to allow us to break our royal marriages with Hungary and Serbia. The Patriarch authority gives us more missionary strength, It'll give us an extra 0.1 missionary strength. Reduced revolt risk, fewer taxes, more manpower. I think I'm going to go with Patriarch Authority. I'm going to be able to speed up these conversions eventually. With just the right number of complementing each other, our Kemet is proving more effective than usual. Okay. Let's go back into that port. I know some of these ships still need to repair. Our income is not bad, even though we're not protecting trade. Only 3 ships are damaged right now. So I have a feeling France is going to come down with another navy soon. And I'm going to size it up and see if we can maybe kill it. Meanwhile, my vassals are working on sieging the capital of the Reign. We're getting a tiny bit of war score from that occupation. 2.2. Westfalen did get occupied. And I still just have no way of getting there. We could try improving relations with this guy, and maybe if we could get him... I think you have to get him above positive 50, though. Or maybe it's just positive 0. I don't think we can get there. Maybe my vassals will take care of it. Maybe one of them will go siege that back. That'd be pretty ideal. Okay. I'm going to stockpile money for now. Our ticking war score is up to 6. Karaman is at 183, but we're also in a war together, so we need to improve even further. Sieging Istria is very tempting, but I think that I need to be able to protect against whatever troops land on our territory. And I am going to definitely let them continue to land, I think, for as long as possible, because we got a huge amount of war score from that battle. It was like 1.45. Karaman, yeah, the Battle of Karaman was 1.5 war score. Excellent, so we've taken Lothringen, which is another 2.3 war score. Maybe we should... No, we lost our general. Crap. He was a pretty good one. Now here's my luck's gonna run out. You ready? 1, 2, 5, 1. That's actually not bad for maneuver. I mean, he'll always have favorable terrain, which kind of makes up for the fact that he sucks with his 1, 2. I mean, if he usually had, like, say, a hill crossing or something, then it effectively makes him a 2-3, which is pretty good. And he's mobile, and he's got siege score. I'll keep him. It's fine. I think he can beat most people, assuming we can find favorable terrain for him to fight in. So if you're not familiar with how it works, it's not documented, like, anywhere. And it took a couple, like, almost a year of the game being out before people really understood it. Maneuver affects your character's ability to move an army. Each one maneuver increases move speed by, like, 5%. So these guys move 25% faster than normal, which is good. Yeah, that's good, right? I think you can see that here. Hover over maneuver. Maybe not. But anyway, on top of that, when two generals face off, whichever one has a higher maneuver score has, it's not guaranteed, but a much, much higher chance of choosing the preferred terrain type. You remember how in the first few campaigns that I did with EU4, and I'd look at this and say, what does this mean? 31.9%, 25.2%, 19.8%. Like, is it a dice roll? Is it a chance that we're going to get one of these terrains? And if you had no generals, yeah, it's pretty much a chance. If there's 0 generals. But if a general has more maneuver, then it skews the things in one favor. So, for instance, in this terrain, the woods would be the best. Well, the woods or the desert mountain would be the best terrain, but they're very, very unlikely. So it'd still probably be grasslands, but a very high maneuver character could end up finding the woods. So maneuver is a very valuable trait. It really is a good thing to have. I love this. France and I are just staring at each other over the Burgundy border. Wow. Isn't that something? Unjustified demands, and we can finally break off relations. Yes, please. So sorry, Hungary. I know you're friendly with me. Let's, look at that. We're so close. Let's bring back our guys from both of them. We are going to use one each to break off the royal marriages. And then we will assign them to the other characters for now, just to balance it out a bit. Ugh, I wish I could get there. I really don't. I can't get there in any way. Or can I? No, we cannot get into Hesse. I told you idiots to attach to me. I don't understand what you're doing. Just come sit on this land. Do nothing else. There should be like a setting you could do, like go to the country and say, under this, say where I've got them as a vassal, not Hesse, but like Mainz. I should be able to click this button and set vassal strategy, like offensive, defensive, negligent or something, like, you know, ignore the war. Like, just I should be able to tell them this is what you're supposed to do. Why can't I communicate with my... I am the Ottomans. You are a one province minor. I should be able to say to you, this is what you must do. Instead, they just completely do whatever the hell they want. It's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. So France doesn't seem to want to land any more men. We're going to lose the prestige. We're not going to take obscurantism. Increased revolt risk. I think we could handle it, but we are going to win this war. We'll end up with prestige again. It's fine. I'm not going to increase my revolt risk because it just causes some major problems if anything bad happens. This is great, though. We're recovering manpower. We're doing great. Gaining manpower during a war. I'm even willing to disband a couple more mercenaries. And replace them with cannons. Okay, our diplomats are home. Let's break royal ties. We lose 1 prestige. Sorry, guys. But now we get an extra 2 points per month, which is, what, 24 points per year. It's quite a bit. Oh, we still have military access, that's right. I was going to say, why did that not update? Hello? I thought we were going to get rid of this. Sinop. I guess we could even be so bold as to try to convert this thing. Diplo rep guy. Better relations over time. You know, we're actually not annexing anybody right now. I wonder. So, how much is my diplomatic reputation? Plus 59. And my diplo reputation is actually 11. Call it 11.88. So 59. So it's 5 times your diplo reputation. So if I get rid of the diplo rep 5 guy, I lose 25 votes on this screen. But we could take the better relations over time guy, which would speed up the rate that we dissipate our aggressive expansion by a lot. Right now we have, well, we had almost 100 prestige, which increases better relations over time. So aggressive expansion is going to decay at a rate of 2 per year times 1.3 because of this thing. And then if we got that other advisor, we could lose another 50%, another 1 per year. So in 10 years we lose an extra 10 aggressive expansion, which would knock most of these characters out pretty quick. That might just be a lot more significant than the... And the other thing is that Austria is really young. He's only 32. I don't think he's going to die anytime soon. So, okay, we're going to switch up to a different advisor. Let's It's gonna cost us a tiny bit to change, but it's also gonna save us a lot each month. Right now we're paying 5.5. We're gonna go down to 1.4. I think we're gonna... Oh, and he got nerfed, didn't he? Wasn't it plus 50 at one point? Whatever. He's still... I think he's better. I think it's better in this case. Because we're not annexing. Granted, we're about to start annexing, and I might regret the decision soon, but... Okay, before I forget, military access. Austria has just decided to embargo us. That's a pretty clear indicator that our truce ended. Alright, now we have a net gain of points. Hey, now you're fighting in mains. So I will gladly help out. So even though we have a river crossing, we'll take the crossing penalty, but then we find the plains. 52% woods, but because we have a really good maneuver score, we did not get caught in the woods. Not that it was a big battle anyway, but still. Okay, we'll send those guys there. God, I can't believe I'm building buildings at war. Is that crazy? It's got to be crazy. Is there anything else we can build that would make sense to build right now? No, I don't think so. Another armory, sure. And we also have diplomats available, so let's see how France is feeling about war. They're at negative 23 reasons for white peace. I'd love to make them concede defeat. Alright, cool. I'm going to take a break here. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you soon.